Family, what's going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Could I get a roll tide up inside the comment box? I appreciate you guys being here. We're on a commitment watch. It is Commitment Watch Tuesday. I'm going to tighten up. And I got the jersey on because anytime, we're bringing in home runs, I put the jersey on. All right. And I'm wearing my new hat that I got from my boys at Down South Headwear. All right. Down South Headwear. Because I know a lot of you asked about the hat yesterday. This is my fresh hat, the Board Grub 2025. Good morning to everybody up in the undefeated today. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Tayden Kaawa is on commitment watch. I don't have a time yet. I think someone said 12. But as soon as I get that time, we'll go live at that time and celebrate it. So keep you posted. But today's show, we're going to go over his highlight tape. I'm going to show you what I like. Very quick release. You're talking about a quarterback that's 6'6", 235 pounds. Would be the second quarterback addition to the class of 2026. And then I'll look at the class as a whole. But also, yesterday I talked about kind of 3 bright spots, why I feel Alabama will be better this year. And today, I'm going to talk about some pitfalls that Alabama they need to make sure they avoid, because there's certainly pitfalls every single year. All right. So I'll give some shout outs in a second. I am looking for Fred Turner. All right. Fred Turner won a raffle last week, but I never heard from him, man. So I'm giving you a little extra window. All right. Fred Turner, if you're out there, man, hit me up to my email. And congratulations to our winner, Mark Harris. He did hit me up yesterday. He checked in. He didn't watch the show live, so I was able to get a hold of him, and I contacted him, and he was like, I don't watch the show live. So he was watching on the rewatch, but he won the tickets. So the tickets have been claimed. We'll have a new raffle, and we'll do some more tickets and stuff like that going forward. So appreciate you kicking it with me today right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I'll give some shout outs in just a minute. But let's first talk about Tayden Kawa, 6 foot. It says 6'4" here, but on 247 it has him 6'6". I'm going to say 6'6". Who knows how tall he is? But he's a big dude, and he's committing today, which is Tuesday. Today, fam, the goal for the Super Chats is 10 Super Chats. We can do 10 Super Chats. Big or small, I appreciate you guys' support. As always, you guys are always taking care of me 100%. Also, our good friends at Sonic out in Arkansas. It's amazing that we have a sponsor out in Arkansas, right? So I say this. Put your Roll Tide hat on. Go to that Arkansas Sonic in West Memphis, Arkansas, or Marion, Arkansas, where I-55 and I-40 hit, and tell them Kyle Henderson and Bama Football on YouTube sent you. Thank you so much. And to our one of our newer sponsors, Catch 'em Travel. I recently used him for a hotel travel agency with no booking fees, specializing in cruise vacations. Independently owned vendors like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Princess Cruise Line. Screenshot this, 334-797-6498. Tell them your boy Kyle Henderson sent you, all right? I want to dive right into his highlights because, let me go full screen. So keep in mind, when I'm showing you these highlights, the one thing that I need to show you is his quick release, all right? So there's nothing more exciting than when a quarterback gets back, sets his feet, and lets it go, all right? Now, yeah, is it exciting to see a quarterback dance around and do some magician type things? Sure, but it's also scary for us as fans because we don't want our quarterback to go down. A field general is what I'm labeling him, okay? So your field general is somebody who takes control of the field, who's able to see the field, make a decision, and get the ball out of there. So you're going to see that from him. And then keep in mind also, sometimes I think when you think of a quarterback that is 6'6", 235, what do you think about? You think of somebody who can't move around, right? You think of just a pocket passer. So I don't know. He's not a dual threat, but I'm telling you, there's a clip on here where he runs 60 yards downfield. He looks pretty athletic to me. So let's run the tape. Again, Tayden Kawa, and I'm still looking for a commitment time. So if you're out there and you're a recruiting guru and you've seen something, say something. I thought it was 12 p.m. Someone said maybe that was something that, I misread or whatever, but he's committing today. And the forecast, the prediction is Alabama. That coffee is good. Who had their coffee? Raise your hand inside the comment box if you already had your coffee. All right, here we go. Tayden Kawa, 6'6", plays his high school football in Utah. Here he is, Right there. That's what we're talking about, the quick release. Get the ball out to your wide receivers. And that's what we want a quarterback to do, right? In the NFL, you want a quarterback that gets the ball out. 1, 2, 3, set your feet and throw the ball. We don't want, I mean, yeah, is it nice to have a quarterback that can do everything, that can run when the pocket collapses? Sure. But if you have time to throw, get the ball out, okay? And if the quicker, the better. So that's one thing that certainly stands out for me. I think this is the play where he's able to get up the field. Look at this athleticism for someone who's 6'6", 200 and whatever pounds. I think he's like 240. So here he is getting up the sideline, that showcasing his athleticism. I think this would be a fantastic addition to Alabama. I really do. And I do like Jet the Mauler as well. After watching this young man's highlight tape, I'm going to show you, a couple other reasons why I think he fits in nicely to the system. Here he is finding his running back, right? Playmaker that was just checked down. You got single back formation right here. Play action pass. Running back misses his block, so he's going to have to roll out. He's able to find a wide receiver that showcases his ability to keep his eyes downfield. Here he is on the rollout as well with a dart to the back of the end zone. So there's a lot of high points to go over with Tayden Kawa, who is deciding today the forecast is Alabama. How excited are you to potentially be getting this guy? To be honest, I think it's a fantastic addition to 2026. And I love the fact, and I said this yesterday, you got two quarterbacks in here, and I think they're going to compete with each other to make them that much better. So Tayden Kawa, love his tape. How are you? I don't know if you guys have seen his tape yet, but are you guys impressed? I'll pause it real quick and come back to you guys. Are you guys impressed with this tape? Thumbs up if you are. Drop a thumbs up inside the comment box if you are. To be honest, I'm really excited with what I saw. I'd watched his tape a little bit, but over the last couple days since we're gearing up to commitment date, I was like, man, this will be a great pickup. And you can see how he fits into Coach Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb's system, right? Big quarterback, taller quarterback, sees the field general. He can move around, right? You guys are feeling it. All right. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. So Tayden Kawa on commitment watch. At some point during the day, he will commit. I think it's midday, so we'll come back. I have a live video scheduled, so have your notifications turned on. And when you see that video, jump on, kick it with me. And the other thing is, this will be the last thing I say about him before we move on, but I don't know why that he's a 3-star. I don't know if it's the competition. I'm not sure. Whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But from what I saw right there, I think that was good. So one more time, I need Fred Turner to hit me up, man. You got a hat that I need your address for, bro. You won that yesterday. Or not yesterday. You won that the 14th. All right, on our PM show. So hit me up, bro. Fred Turner. This is what we got going today. This is from Athlete's Thread. I love this hoodie. All right. So this is the Alabama Tusk Camo quarter zip black hoodie. You can get the athlete's gear. So if you're out there, I'm not sponsored by Athlete's Thread or anything like that, but if you want like the player's gear, you can go to Athlete's Thread. This will be a $10 entry fee for the next piece of gear. And I think we'll also do some more tickets, as we go forward as well. And I'll play around with like the tickets because that was my first time ever, purchasing tickets. So if you guys want to do more tickets, let me know. But we'll kind of mix in the tickets and the gear as we get closer to the season. So to get in to the raffles, if you've never done it before, Venmo, Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. All right. And this is our raffle item for today. Alabama Tusk Camo quarter zip black hoodie. All right. So I like that. And camo's in. I mean, they got Hide the Tide. As you'll see, if you go to Athlete's Thread, they have a Hide the Tide collection, which is basically just like camo with Alabama stuff that is officially licensed. And you also got Team Fanatics that has some pretty good Alabama football gear as well. Also, you know what? Dick's Sporting Goods, if you're in the area, the Dick's Sporting Goods here has really good Alabama stuff. So does Walmart. So, whatever you're looking for, as we get to the season, you got to have your gear, right? So this is the raffle today. Bama_YouTube on Venmo and Cash App Bama YouTube. Hit me up. All right, so I was thinking about like pitfalls. And be thinking about this, because I have a question. Joe, I got you in, brother. I have a question for you on the back end of the show in terms of like what you think the pitfalls are. But before you answer that with like what you think pitfalls could be for this team, let me go over a couple that came to my mind. And I'm concerned about a couple of them. And I think the first one that really jumps out to me, again, it looks like someone just said that 247 has them in an hour. So yeah, that would, run along with, would that be 11? Okay, so we might be just, if we do go to 11, we'll just continue the stream. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. We'll make the audibles as they come in. No stress. But one of the things I was thinking about for like potential pitfalls is like the road games. I started thinking about it, and I've talked about this before, but the road games, do you agree with me that one of the pitfalls is like just the fact that Alabama has so many tough road games this year? This is hard, right? Games at Florida State, games at Georgia, Missouri, South Carolina, and the Barn. Like, those are challenge. All of those games in my mind are challenging. And we know this is like factual, is I think that the games that Coach Kalen DeBoer has lost haven't been like those top 10 matchups. They've been against teams that are not ranked, which is, and Coach Kalen DeBoer, he was upfront about that. He said, those have usually been in year one that he's coached somewhere. Oh, and Patriot Life, bro. Thanks so much, man, for hooking people up with 5 Fat Funderships. You're amazing, brother. Thank you so much. So, I mean, Florida State, tough road game with your quarterback that has limited experience, right? On the road, I would imagine it's a complete sellout in Tallahassee. The Georgia game, and I was thinking about this, with Clemson and LSU playing in the first week, and also Texas and Ohio State playing early on, I would imagine that Alabama and Georgia, when those two teams meet, that game is probably like a 3 versus 5 type game, a 5 versus 7 type game in terms of the rankings, right? It'll hold a lot of weight even for the back end of the season, as well as like SEC conference play. You got Missouri on the road. That, I don't know if that's a trap game, but you got to take care of Missouri on the road. South Carolina, I think, will be challenging. And then you go to Auburn on the back end of the season. So I think when you look to the road games, those are them. But I think also is like last year doesn't equal this year, but still, Bama lost to Vandy, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and they lost to Michigan. All those games were away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, right? You have to play better on the road, period. And hopefully we see that from this squad in year 2. And I think we will, just because the coaches have more experience. But Coach Kalen DeBoer, he's never been to Georgia, right? He's been to a couple of those other places. I don't know if he's been to South Carolina as a coach. I mean, he's been coaching for a long time. Maybe he's been here or there, but I don't even know if has he been to Florida State? Hey, GLX, what's up, dog? Appreciate you. Let me do some shout outs real quick. Let's see who's up in the house. Sean, the Explorer, man. Good to see you. Happy Taco. Dude, tacos sound amazing every day, but today, definitely. Southern Red, good morning to you. I really appreciate you being here. Daniel Adams, what's up, dog? Jeff Stapleton, my man, what's up, dude? Good to see you on here. Young C Gaming, good morning to you. Caitlin D. Boss, Caitlin Childress, Chuck, what's up? John, good morning to you. Twan coming to us from Naples. Southern Red, Anita, Robert Bradley Jr., Jeff, what's up? Case, Joe Croons. Joe Croons in the raffle already. We got RTR Mini, what's up? Good to see you. Chuck Westrick, good morning to you as well. Mindy, Miss Careless, good morning. Hope you're off to a really good start. Patriot Life, my boy. Good to see you, Patriot Life. Alyssa. I don't see Dan or Chad. Lissa always has perfect attendance. Jeff Stapleton, good to see you. Todd, what's up, man? Informative, entertaining. No, I appreciate it, man. Every show is done from the heart, dog. Just right here. Right here. Does anybody know what heart is in Spanish? That's your trivia. Does anybody know what heart is in Spanish? Frank, what's up, dog? Good to see you, man. Man, BJ, what's up? Bernard. Strong crew. Dennis, what's up? What's up, D? Bubba Kelly. Bat James, good morning to you. Oh, there's Dan. Dan, I was like, where you at? Chad, is Chad here too? All right, it looks like Anna's got it. Yeah. Corazon. You didn't think I could roll the R's like that. Or maybe you did. I don't know. The corazon. Yeah, dog. Right here, man. That's where life begins, right? All right, we're talking pitfalls. We said road games. This is the one that I was scared about, all right? The road games and the special teams make me nervous, all right? Talk about being tough on the old corazon. The road, think about it. Am I the only one that's scared about this in the world? Right? Is that, okay, I'm just saying, you lose your kicker, your punter, and your long snapper from last season, right? You come into this season, you're playing on the road, first game of the year, Florida State. We line up for a 42-yard field goal. You got to get some momentum, and the kicker who's never kicked, right, in a big situation like that, even the first game of the season, that's a tough kick. Let's go to the game against Georgia. In the shadow of your own end zone, somehow you need a punt to come out, and you have a punter who's never punted before. That's crazy. That's hard. Your long snapper, too, that's pressure on everybody. So I think early season special teams play will be telling. And as you know, for a long time, really, well, I kind of saw a little bit of it, but I'm more accustomed to like Will Reichert, and even Graham Nicholson was pretty good. And then the punters that I had were J.K. Scott and, James Burnup. So I never really had like issues with special teams since I've been covering the team. But before that, and I saw a little bit when I got here in 2017, the kicking concerns, like I covered briefly Andy Papanastis, Joseph Bolivas. Remember some of these names? But there was a long period of time where Alabama didn't have the kicker that paired up with the greatness of the offense and defense. And that's something that is scary for this particular team, right? The most seniors that the team has ever had since 2019, a loaded offense, a loaded defense, an incredible offensive, coordinator. The tracks have been laid, but, where's the special teams? Because if the offense is elite and the defense is elite, but you don't have an elite special teams, we're in doo-doo. Hey, Demetrius, what's up, dog? Good to see you, man. So that's another potential pitfall. But maybe I'll be wrong. I don't know. The early season special teams play will be telling. You do have some options there. And some young guys play. I'm not worried about kick returner or punt returner at all. That's what I'm saying. Like Josh Harris points out, like, see, I wasn't here for the Kate Foster era. I don't even know who that is. But it seems like he wasn't it. By the way, if you're rolling through and you're like, where did Kyle get that hat from? It's my friends at Down South Headwear. You can find them on Facebook. I think they're like brand new. You know what I'm saying, Eric? Eric D? There's some yeah, we're being some dog doo-doo for sure. And the thing is, you got to be able to clean up the doo-doo. When I was out pre-show before my show, I like to like walk and I'll call some of my people, kind of clear my head. And there was some dog doo-doo right outside the house, like on the sidewalk. Come on, people. You got to pick it up, man. You got to pick it up. I get it, man. You're out there walking your dog, but you got to be able to come through with it for the better of the neighborhood. Don't be that person, right? I get it. You could lose a bag or whatever. Come back. Take care of it. I also got the offensive line. So a couple point outs on why this could be a pitfall. I think I don't have really an issue with like the secondary, the linebackers, the defensive line. Like some people have questioned the defensive line. I don't. I think Team Keenan will do a really great job. James Smith, I think Jeremiah Beeman, it seems like he's having a breakthrough, right? Offense, I don't have any really concerns. I think the running backs are super underrated. I think the wide receivers are elite. I think the quarterback will be fine. But like the offensive line is really where we have question marks, right? Not with Caden Proctor, not with Parker Brailsford, not with Jaden Roberts. By the way, did you see Jaden Roberts is squatting 900 pounds? 900 pounds. That's crazy. But I think deep down, we're like, man, we really need to see improvement at the right tackle. And I have just some statistics right here just to go out from last season. So Pritchett, who started last year, right? He had a season grade, and he started for Alabama at right tackle of 46.9. Like, that's a failing grade, okay? Formby, who played less, but Elijah Pritchett started over him, had a grade of 57.6, and he had his struggles as well. So really, the right tackle for Alabama just wasn't it last year. You have Cam Dewberry, who came in, and he has a grade of 58.3. All right, so those aren't, that's for last year. It has to translate this year. But if this offensive line, if we have, issues at left guard or right tackle, we're in problems as well, right? Just got an important text. Yeah, and I think you did unload Pritchett, Daniel. I would definitely agree with that. You know, Nebraska was like really happy with him because they're like, man, we get anybody from Alabama, you're happy about it. But with Pritchett, I think that relationship had to end as well. So I don't know if it'll work out for Nebraska or whatever. I don't care about that. I care about Wilkin Formby and his development, and hopefully he can make a strong year two. Now that he's grown, he's a redshirt sophomore, and it seems to me, and kind of listening to the media interviews, that Caden Proctor and Wilkin Formby, and I've seen these two guys together at Northridge High School, that they're very close. So they have good, chemistry, and hoping for a really strong year out of Wilkin Formby. It would be great to continue to root for a hometown fan, right? Out of Tuscaloosa, out of Northridge High School. Oh man, so it looks like he's announcing at 11 Eastern time, a.m. I'm sorry. So 11 Central time. So let me, this is what we'll do. I'm going to call Audible real quick, okay? So what I'm going to do is we'll go just a few more minutes right here, and then I'll close out by like 10:30. And then I'll come back on for the commitment, and we'll do 2 videos. I think that's like the proper way to do it. So 11 a.m. Guys, usually I come like 15 minutes before. Or we could keep the stream going. I don't know, because I already have that video scheduled though. Yeah, what I might do is I might go to like 10:30 today, and then come back on in like 15 minutes, and then do like the commitment video. Is that cool? So we'll take a pause. So I'll go for like a few more minutes right now, and then I'll come back on, and we'll do the commitment video at 10:45. Is that cool? End the video 10:30, 10:45 new video. Take a 15-minute pause. Cool? So come back on at 10:45. This is today's raffle, by the way. $10 to get in. Joe Crooms is in right now. It's for this. This is from Athlete's Thread. It's an Alabama Tux camo quarter zip black hoodie. To get into the raffle, Venmo, Bama _ YouTube, Cash App. It's $10 to get in. Southern Red, I don't know. I didn't do anything with the chat. I don't even know if you could do that. But I'll look into it, because sometimes I would imagine that with a lot of people chatting, goes fast. Mark Harris won the tickets. He emailed me yesterday. I said I had to find him because he doesn't watch the show live. He watches it on replay. But yeah, Mark Harris, he won the tickets. All right, Matthew Mason, I got you in, brother. Any other questions? Well, I'll go to 10:30 and then I'll take a 15-minute pause. You guys have any questions, or you want to talk about like pitfalls that stood out to you? And again, to get into the raffle for this, I guess you can call this a hoodie. It's $10 to get in. Yeah, I know. You know what I think we'll do? I think we'll do more tickets. Do you guys, so let me ask you this regarding the raffles with the tickets. Doesn't it, the way that I was seeing it, I was thinking like 2 tickets so you and like somebody could come to the game, right? I think that would be better than just winning 1 ticket, right? So should I do them in like 2s? Now the thing is like, I felt like when I was looking at the tickets, it's 2 tickets for Alabama football, so you could be way up in the nosebleed. Or do you guys care? Do you guys want lower level, upper level? Does it matter to you guys? Now, I've never done tickets before, so I just went in and I was like, all right, I would imagine that somebody who wins these tickets wants 2 tickets. I miss what Josh said. Sheridan make Reese look like Sark. Yeah, okay. Dan is saying 2 tickets. Okay, got you. Yeah, I think that's the better way to do it. I'll play around with some different ideas, and you guys just give me some feedback. Kyle just hit us with the Craig voice off Friday, talking about, hey, come back. Like, y'all come back now. Daniel Adams saying 50-yard line, 20th row. Dude. You know what? This is a really good point. At Bryant-Denny Stadium, I feel that you can see the action from a lot of different spots, right? So, Kaylin's saying 50-yard line with 2 tickets. Some of those are expensive, man. Like, it is wild. The ticket prices are just, astronomical, but it's Alabama football. Mark had some good tickets, though. That's the first one at Bryant-Denny Stadium for the night game. Let's see what Jason has to say. Jason's unloading here. I like this. The issue with Grubb and or his wife not wanting to live here was rumors. Anyways, unfortunately, I think it was started by people trying to throw shade at Alabama. I kind of wonder. She never publicly said that, right? Yeah, I know. She never said that. And that was kind of like the narrative that people ran with. I don't know. Seems like he's happy here. I saw this. This was also in the news yesterday. Remember Theodore, right? Huxtable. Man, that was who did? I was looking at something and said the TV ratings for the Cosby Show was like 22 million or more that were watching that. I mean, remember I don't know if it was on TGIF. But the Cosby Show was everywhere. Yeah, but Theodore Huxtable passed away. That was terrible. He's the only 54? Terrible. We'll talk about this on our next video, which, by the way, I'm going to be live again at 10:45. So I'm going to go for 3 more minutes, cut this stream, start the next stream at 10:45 to cover Tayden Kawa's commitment. I really haven't heard anything that Take Jones, other than, the kind of the last thing was he ordered Wingstop. They wrote Roll Tide on it, remember? And I think Bama, Texas A&M, and Oregon are all fighting for him. I kind of feel that I think Bama will get him. I really do. Man, can you imagine? Talk about a celebration that we'll have. If we get Tank, and look, I want us to celebrate, Tayden here, at 11. But I'm telling you, Tank will break the internet. I don't even know if he has a commitment date set yet. Jeff's back on Ryan Grubb. He says Grubb wanted to see if he could make it in the NFL. Can you imagine? You couldn't turn down a job like that. And I think it wasn't like Ryan Grubb had an offensive coordinator position in like Cincinnati or like, I don't know, Phoenix with the Cardinals or whatever, right? Like it was literally, think about the timing. It literally came like in the same city where he's at. So I wouldn't have turned it down either, man. You get a job like that, you can stay there, but the NFL, that's why I love the NFL, because they don't play. There's no like, oh, don't worry, give him another year. No, they'll fire you in your first year. That's it. All right, fam. I'll catch up with you guys 10:45. All right, 10:45 Central Time to cover Tayden Kawa's commitment. So I'm going to end the stream now, and I'll be back. I already have the stream scheduled. So come right back at 10:45 Central Time, and we'll make it rain again right here on Bama Football on YouTube, right? So 10:45 Central Time. See you guys in 15 minutes. Bama Football on YouTube. I'll be right back.